I think I got something here you're really going to like. It's from a company called Readyman. It comes in this very neat package. Obviously, I've already opened it. And inside of here, based on the reaction at least I got from the laser cut stainless steel pick kit that you can carry in your wallet, I think you're really going to like what we have in here. But before we get to that, we need to talk about who won some stuff. And the first one we're going to take a look at is this Master 176. I put it back in its original packaging. So the key's never been used, the combination's never been used, but the lock has been compromised. But we had, looks like 1,776 people send in comments. What a unique number that is. And the winner is Falling Canyon. And he says, basically, I think Master Lock uses you for R&D. And sometimes I think you're right. They send out a product that's not quite ready and they kind of get our reaction. And we gave them a pretty good reaction on that one, I think. At least if they bother to watch the video. The next item is the Picology X2500. Very nice kit. Comes in a nice case, and you also get the Easy Pickings manual. It's, by the way, I've read it twice, so a little bit used, but you still get it. There were 3,000, almost 3,200 people applied for that, and Dr. Feelgood. And he had to use the secret word gustatory. There's no way to put gustatory in a sentence with lockpicking. I've tried. Keep up the good work. Okay, gustatory has to do with taste or eating, and I think a lot of you had that figured out from the Italian word gustar, and same in Spanish, like mucho gusto. We've all said that, and several of you used that in your comment as well. So if you two guys will PM your mailing address, I will get those two things in the mail to you. All right, let's take a look at this kit. This is very, very cool. It comes in a very neat package. They've got an ethos. And by the way, the company is actually owned and organized and owned by, and I'm reading this from notes, from a group of former Special Forces operators, Navy SEALs, expert hunters, and outdoorsmen looking to share their knowledge and experiences with others. I got an ethos, and then when you open it up, very nice. Now, I guess nobody orders quite as much as I did, but they have an adhesive strip on here, and then they just put your packages on so they don't fall around, other than the fifth one. They have a total of 6 different templates. I ordered 5 of the 6. One of them was for medics. It was out of stock. I did not get it, but I think the important ones are right here. Let's talk about these that have to do with a little bit, at least a little bit, with lockpicking. And this first one is called their Evac Card. Now if you take a look at this Evac Card, you'll notice we have 2 Jiggler Keys. And by the way, this is my favorite Jiggler Key. That is very handy for opening up a Ford Explorer and starting it if it's an older one. So that is my favorite one. We have a tension wrench. Now there's no bend in it, obviously. You have to break it out of there, put a 90-degree bend, and there's your tension wrench. You have a deep hook, and then a snake hook, or S-rake, right here. Very, very nice little kit. By the way, these are all 19 thousandths stainless steel, and the best part of this, $12.95. Unbelievably low price. And then this next one also has to do with lockpicking. They call this one their Hostage Escape Kit. Again, you get some of the same things. You get the snake rake, you get the hook, and you get the same tension wrench. But you get some additional stuff. Here you have a knife for bypassing locks. And then this one, only 19 thousandths. This is a shim for a pair of handcuffs. And then if you have to saw your way through something, there you go. Very sharp little saw. It's like the saw from my jigsaw. Pretty sharp. I put my thumb on it. Pretty sharp stuff. Very nice. Again, all the same price, $12.95. Now these other 3 don't really have a lot to do with lockpicking. But I got them because they're so cool. And I'll just take a couple of minutes to show you. This is the busiest of all of the cards. And you really got to study it to figure out what everything is. This top part here, obviously, is your saw. And then these large teeth on this side of it are to descale fish. You'll notice, starting with this arrow, it's actually 3 arrows. So we have for frog gigging. It'd be great. There's a little arrowhead with places to tie it down. And then nested in all the free space are fish hooks. We have another head here for fishing. Again, these, something I didn't even know was possible. You have a pair of needles there, and you can, if you look close, they even have eyes on them. Really cool. Let's see, what else do we have? More hooks, more hooks. On the edge here, you take these two pieces out and put them together. You have a pair of fine tweezers, and these are a little bit unusual. If you've never done any kind of trapping, these are locks for snares. So when you feed your snare wires through it, it kind of jams up, and whatever you caught in your snare can't loosen it back up on themselves. So pretty cool survival card. This next one is actually pretty simple. This one is probably the one I probably wouldn't buy, but I have several AR-15s. I use them all the time at work, and these are AR-15 cleaning tools. This one here is for cleaning the gas, the flash suppressor, and there's that little groove fits down perfectly inside of there to clean all the carbon out. The rest of these are just for cleaning different parts, like the gas grooves, different. You got a scraper on the end here to scrape off carbon from your bolt carrier, and all the rest of these little pieces are designed to clean grooves out of your bolt. So you got 3 of the same tool and your two of the cage cleaners. And this one is strictly for fishermen. Again, a lot of the same tools. You got a scraper, slightly different. You got the saw on this side. A lot of hooks, and we got some unusual hooks here. These are all single hooks. You'll notice we have a quad hook here. And of course, when we pull that out, you bend 2 of them 90 degrees so that it's actually a quad hook. This one is a tri-hook. You have to take that little thing sticking down, bend it upwards, curl it upwards, and twist it so there's the right angle, 120 degrees between each of the hooks. The rest of these are different, very reflective, so you can get the light to hit that right. These are all different lures for fishing. So very, very cool. I really like the 2 lockpicking, but I couldn't resist when I saw these other 3. At least get them and show them off to you. Really neat. And for only $12.95, stainless steel, I think it's a bargain. And then another interesting thing, they don't give you the discount code until after you place an order. So I've already placed an order. So you guys can get, if you're interested in this, you get a discount if you use that Readyman. It looks like you get 15% off. But if you're the lucky guy who sends in a comment and the computer picks you, you're going to get all 5 of these. And so send it in the next 24 hours, and we'll see if we can get this in the mail to you. Anyway, fellas, thanks for your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.